Dating is one of the most complex, unpredictable, and emotionally charged arenas in modern life. The entire landscape is built on uncertainty, miscommunication, and fleeting attention. You swipe, you match, you send messages, you wait, and often, nothing happens. Someone ghosts you. Someone replies late. Someone seems warm one day and cold the next. If you have ever felt overwhelmed, frustrated, or powerless in dating, you are not alone. But what if you approach this chaos the way a Stoic would? What if each text, each date, each interaction became an opportunity to practice wisdom, self-control, and clarity? Dating like a Stoic is not about being emotionless, manipulative, or cold. It is about mastering yourself, observing reality clearly, and maintaining control of your mind and actions, no matter how unpredictable the other person's behavior. Imagine opening a dating app. Endless photos, curated profiles, bios meant to impress. You send a playful text. So, who's the better cook, you or me? You wait, and hours turn into a day. Anxiety rises. Your mind starts spinning. Did I say the wrong thing? Did I scare her off? Should I follow up? The natural reaction is to panic, to send multiple texts, to overanalyze every small sign. But a Stoic pauses and reflects. Is her response within my control? No. Does it serve me to obsess over it? Absolutely not. Your peace, your stability, your emotional freedom is yours to protect. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." You choose to remain calm, knowing the silence is neutral. She may reply later, she may not, but your mind remains free. This is the first principle of dating like a Stoic: emotional independence. Your worth and happiness are not contingent on someone else's attention or validation. The next day, she finally responds, "Ha ha ha, definitely me. I can cook, but I'd like to see your skills too." A typical reaction for most people is to overcommit, to become anxious to please, to reveal too much neediness. A Stoic responds with calm, playful confidence. Challenge accepted. Winner picks the next date. There is engagement and humor, but no desperation. This is the second principle: clarity and self-restraint. You are not reacting out of fear of loss or craving approval. You are interacting intentionally, with composure, with presence. A modern Stoic also understands the power of what dating coaches call pullback. This is not manipulation. It is a natural expression of self-respect and autonomy. She sends a text. "Hey, are you free tonight?" You have plans, so you respond, "I'm out with friends tonight. But how about Saturday?" Could be fun. Notice how this communicates interest, but preserves your own life and boundaries. It conveys that your happiness and schedule are not dependent on her availability. This is the modern application of Marcus Aurelius's insight. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. In dating, the strength lies in maintaining your calm and your agency, regardless of the unpredictable behavior of others. Let's examine ghosting, the modern plague of dating. You send a simple message. "Hey, want to grab coffee?" 3 days pass. No response. Panic and frustration rise naturally in the human mind. But a Stoic pauses. This is reality. You cannot control another person's decision to respond or ignore. You reflect. This person has chosen not to communicate. That is their choice, not a reflection of my value. You continue living your life. Perhaps later they respond. You can reply with humor and lightness. "Glad you're back from your texting sabbatical. Shall we set a time?" The interaction remains playful, confident, and unshaken. Notice the contrast between this and desperation or overtexting, which undermines your value and erodes your peace. The Stoic always preserves inner freedom. Dating also teaches patience and observation. Imagine a date where the conversation is pleasant, but she seems slightly distant. The instinct might be to overcompensate, to impress, to probe, or to panic. The Stoic observes, this is reality. She may be distracted, tired, or cautious. That is beyond my control. You address it lightly. You seem a little quiet tonight. Everything okay? You listen attentively if she opens up, and if she doesn't, you maintain calm without pressing. Modern dating often encourages overreactions, but the Stoic understands that patience, observation, and presence are far more powerful tools for connection than frantic attempts to control the situation. Humor is another Stoic tool. Ghosting, flakiness, and erratic behavior can feel frustrating, but they are inherently absurd. A Stoic recognizes the comedy in human behavior, especially in dating, and maintains lightness. Observing a pattern of inconsistent replies, you might think to yourself, modern dating, the Olympic sport of inconsistency. By internally laughing at the absurdity, you diffuse tension, preserve confidence, and retain perspective. Humor signals awareness, self-possession, and control, which are qualities that naturally attract others. Heartbreak is unavoidable. Even when practicing Stoicism, not every connection will succeed. When a date fails, when rejection occurs, when someone leaves, the Stoic responds with reflection rather than despair. This experience is neutral. You remind yourself, I cannot control another's actions, only my judgment. You analyze what you can learn, what you could improve, and what was never in your control. Marcus Aurelius faced betrayal, rebellion, and uncertainty without losing his composure. You can approach modern heartbreak with the same mental fortitude. Rejection does not diminish your value. It is an external event. The only meaningful measure is how you respond. Your virtue, composure, and integrity remain intact. Let's bring this into practical messaging examples. She texts, "Hey, sorry for disappearing for a few days, got busy." A typical reaction might be panic or apologetic over texting. A Stoic responds with light, confident playfulness. Busy is good. Hope it was productive. When can we pick up where we left off? Short, composed, and intentionally engaged. Another scenario. She proposes a last-minute change to your plans. Can we move our date to next week? The Stoic responds calmly. Sure, no problem. Saturday works. Looking forward to it. Flexibility combined with self-possession signals, confidence, and steadiness, qualities that make you magnetic. Stoic dating is not about playing games in a manipulative way. It is about controlling yourself rather than others. You do not chase. You do not over-explain. You maintain presence, clarity, humor, and autonomy. This naturally creates attraction because people are drawn to calm, confident, emotionally resilient individuals. Pulling back or setting boundaries is not manipulation. It is self-respect. You decide your availability and engagement based on your life and principles, not on anxiety, neediness, or fear of loss. Even when texting is ambiguous, the Stoic mindset transforms confusion into practice. She replies slowly. She flirts inconsistently. She hesitates. Instead of overthinking, you pause and observe reality. You respond thoughtfully when appropriate, without giving away your peace. A playful text could be, "Glad you're finally free from your busy schedule. Shall we lock in Saturday? Short, confident, and calm. Every interaction becomes an exercise in patience, clarity, and intentionality. Dating like a Stoic also teaches resilience. Every awkward encounter, every miscommunication, every ghosting episode is a lesson in emotional freedom. The Stoic does not base happiness on the whims of another. Each text, each conversation, each date is a neutral event. How you respond, calmly, confidently, humorously, is what matters. Every minor frustration becomes an opportunity to practice discipline, self-possession, and self-awareness. Finally, the ultimate Stoic principle in dating: abundance mindset. You approach dating not from scarcity, neediness, or desperation, but from confidence, self-respect, and integrity. You live your life fully, engage with others thoughtfully, and maintain control of your mind. Texts like "I miss you" or "Why haven't you replied?" are handled with calm reflection, not panic or pleading. You maintain your value, your standards, and your peace. Every interaction becomes a practice in virtue and self-mastery. By dating like a Stoic, you transform modern romance into an arena for personal growth. You respond instead of reacting. You maintain calm instead of chasing validation. You set boundaries without guilt. You flirt without desperation. You handle ghosting, last-minute changes, and mixed signals with humor, clarity, and composure. Your worth is internal, not dictated by responses, attention, or outcomes. You turn each connection into a lesson, each rejection into reflection, and each success into a demonstration of calm strength. Approach dating as a Stoic. Make every message, every date, every interaction a deliberate act. Protect your mind. Practice patience, maintain humor, and engage with integrity. Over time, you will find that you attract people not because of manipulation, but because of your calm confidence, your self-possession, and your authentic presence. The Stoic dater is irresistible, not because they play games, but because they embody clarity, restraint, and self-mastery. And when you finally meet someone who matches your virtue, your presence, and your calm, you will know that the connection is not built on neediness or desperation, but on genuine respect, compatibility, and shared values. That is the modern Stoic approach to dating, navigating the chaos of human connection with composure, humor, and wisdom. If this video helps you see dating in a new light, share it with someone struggling in modern romance. Leave a comment with your own Stoic dating experience, the lessons you've learned, or the moments you wish you had handled with more clarity. Subscribe to continue learning how ancient wisdom can transform modern life. One interaction at a time. Fortify your mind. Subscribe to the Inner Citadel.